And that grit, that's all metal grit, getting all the impurities off the blade and all the notches and dings and everything. I should have seen this thing before I started working on it. I found it outside about a year or two ago, and I hadn't worked on it in about a year. It was all rusted, but see the edge, how shiny it's getting? See how shiny that edge is getting right there? And you gotta, between each sharpening, you gotta take the rough end of your leather strap. See how rough it is? Sit there and clean all the burrs off the metal and polish and get the surface prepared to clean again. I'm gonna have to run it back on this 1000 grit block and keep running it till I get these, see these dings? Can you see those dark spots in the blade? Those are high spots and low spots. I've got to even them out. And dings, this blade's getting a lot smoother than it was just a couple minutes ago. I went outside and cut a hedge with it, slinging it, and it's slicing through a lot better. But you gotta be real careful. But this gets all your burrs and everything out. Just rub that blade on that leather, and then you flip it over on your smooth side. You don't want to rub too hard because it will cut through the leather once you start getting your blades sharp enough. But I'll show y'all the blade here again in a minute. It's been a 5-minute video. I didn't expect that. See how much shinier it is? Now I polished it with that leather just on the tip. And then what I'll do is I'll wet my stone over again, and I'll start the process over. And I'll do this 1000 grit 3 or 4 cycles. You gotta keep your block clean too. Ooh, it's getting some kind of grit. Yeah, you gotta rub the grit off of it. Look at that. I'll clean that off and I'll start sharpening again. Sometimes it takes a few days just working on the same block. It's relaxing, but it's the same time tiring. Really good stress reliever if you like doing this kind of thing. Takes your mind off a lot of stuff. Wipe it off. Oh, can't use my spray bottle. Spray bottle is actually holding my phone up. I can scoop some up with my hand. Pat the water on there. It's good to keep a thing of water, sponge next to you. Plus you can soak your blocks in these in between passes. You literally take your next grit block, because this is the 3 and 8,000, the fine stuff, and just drop it in the water and let it soak. It fills up. Listen to it. Hear it sizzling? It's filling all those pores. If I had my external microphone hooked up, y'all could probably hear it better. You can hear it releasing all the air and sucking in all the water. And what I'm doing here with my thumb and my fingers, see the angle of the blade? It's helping me keep the angle of the blade. I watched a lot of YouTube videos when I got this block kit. I did some of this stuff as a kid with a friend of the family. It showed me how to do this on knives, and my papa showed me how to use a whetstone. I guess he called it a spit stone, but we used a small version of this to sharpen pocket knives. But it's kind of why I wanted something like this. I saw this in some martial arts movies and them using these, and then I started watching YouTube videos on Whetstones, W-H-E-T, Whetstone. And then I got this for Christmas off of Amazon. Well, from my stepdad. I told him I wanted it Thanksgiving, and when I left, he got me one. Sometimes you want to put a little more pressure on the drag back. You want to let up on the push forward. You want to drag it back with a little bit of force. And when you get to the tip of them, where most of your damage is, you gotta be careful, but that's what, you know, every technique I've watched, this is what they do. You have to be able to feel that stone, and it took me a little while. Knock on wood, and thank God I hadn't cut myself yet, but I just took it real easy learning. But this is the best technique, with your fingers on the tip of the blade and rubbing back and forth. You want to try to get as much of the grit off as possible before you flip it on the next pass. You want to keep that stone wet. And you want to flip your blade over and start working on this side. All that's metal. All that's metal grit.